Extremely personal. We go out there, warm up. You got the head coach for the other team trying to stand in the middle of the buff. Like, it's okay if like some couple players do it. It's fine, Like, just enjoy the scenery. But when you got the whole team trying to disrespect it, then I'm not going for that at all.
What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. And this guy, Shedeur Sanders, is every bit of Deion Sanders, from the look, the image, the mentality, the attitude, and the hoostas. Man, like, this guy is the real deal. And I waited a while to buy into this guy's hype because I don't like to ride the hype train until like I just see visibly what a person can do on the field and off the field in this case. But man, this guy's a real deal. And before I continue talking about this, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. Now, Colorado Buffs came through here and beat their rivals, beat the brakes off these boys, man. And this was a team who was known to, beat on them in the past. And it says in the last two matchups that the Colorado Buffs have won, but the disrespect of the head coach towards these kids, man, it just makes no sense that a head coach would allow him and his team to go out there and disrespect, you know, the whole Colorado Buffs team like that. And this guy gave Shedeur Sanders more than enough fuel and ammo to annihilate these boys. That's exactly what they did. They smoked these boys 36-14. Now, I want to go through, before I continue to play this video, I want to go through and just highlight the impact of this team and why they are so good out of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, this team went from 1-11, right, or losing, 11 games for the past few seasons, to making a statement against TCU and doing a complete blowout against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's the same thing that happened at Jackson State. For those who don't know, I did go to Jackson State University. I am an alumni. And when Prime came to Jackson State University, man, he changed the whole city. Like I said, the whole city supported this guy. Not only that, he gives kids a chance to meet and greet people that they would have never imagined meeting. I mean, can you imagine being a kid and walking into a situation where, you can have Shannon Sharp show up. You can have, who did he bring to Jackson State? He brought up Michael Strahan, Terrell Owens. He's always a guy that can resonate with, the black kids. The best way to get to a black kid is to be able to first win over the mom and dad of that kid, and also bring in brothers from the same struggles who were successful in the NFL, and he can come in and drop gems, right? I want you guys to just look at the star hype that was in this game. Check it out. On the field, greeting these fans, greeting the football players. I'm sure this guy hit a nice line of cocaine and went and gave a game day playmaking speech to this team and made these boys turn up. As you can see, you got Stephen A. Smith in the house along with his new co-host, Shannon Sharp. And I know that for Deion Sanders, this was a great opportunity. Him and Shannon Sharp are great friends. And, to have Shannon Sharp come along and be there every step of the way, I'm quite sure it means the world to those kids, right? My favorite wide receiver in the world. My favorite wide receiver is Terrell Owens. Anybody who knows me would tell you guys that Chuck loves Terrell Owens. I think he's the best wide receiver that I've witnessed, that I've seen. Some say Jerry Rice, some say Randy Moss. It's a few others out there, but when it comes to the game, what I saw this guy do, especially when he went to my Philadelphia Eagles and changed life there. I hate that he is beefing with Donovan McNabb and they don't see eye to eye, but Terrell Owens, they call him a crybaby, but this guy was a dangerous man. Yeah, man, this guy's a dangerous man. They could say what they want, but I was so happy to see him in full effect there at the game, and just to see that this guy still stays in shape. And still eats, sleeps, and breathes football is very remarkable. So that's just a few of many who was there and supported the game. I did see posts where they had some of the Boston Celtics basketball players. Come on now, Boston Celtics basketball players all of them were in the house, man. But man, that alone, and the point I'm trying to prove is that this alone will not let a team lose because your adrenaline is rushing to just catch the eye of these guys, just to get a handshake, an autograph, to be in awe of all-time legends, playmaker Terrell Owens on the field, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith. Man, like you're going to show up and do your best because that type of energy is more than home crowd energy. Not to mention that Deion Sanders slept in the stadium before the game just to see how empty it was and transition to seeing how full and sold out this stadium is right now. That's exactly the energy that Deion Prime Sanders brings to the game. But I want to just give kudos to his son, man, because his son is everything in the reflection of him. His son carries the team. He's done a great job with his kids. Like I don't get into much of his personal life, but a man that's doing his job with his sons, you just have to commend that. You have to understand that being a father, which I'm a father, I have a daughter and a son, man, like, to be able to instill intangibles into your seed and hope that they carry those intangibles and better themselves throughout this cold world is truly, truly remarkable. And I can't say that enough. So I'm going to get back into this video where Shedeur Sanders addressed the head coach and see what he had to say about it.
Like some couple players do it, it's fine, like just enjoy the scenery. But when you got the whole team trying to disrespect it, then I'm not going for that at all. So I went in there and disrupted it. So they knew off rip, like, nah, the Buffaloes mean a lot to me.
Look at this guy's charisma, man. Look at this guy. Deion spit this boy out, man. I mean, to be able to have that same swagger his dad had. I saw where he was doing the touchdown celebration dance that Deion Sanders is known for, the primetime dance. And man, this guy changes lives, and everywhere that Deion Sanders goes, he wins. And I thought about something today. It's not just that the talent you need. It's really like that heartbeat, that soul that you can resonate with. And I think that's what Deion has mastered. He does things so differently that you have to respect it. The coach is going to stand in front of a team to intimidate them. Matt ruled out everybody who didn't have the best record in the NFL. I thought it was pretty lame. I mean, like, one thing about brothers, I'm just being honest, one thing about brothers, especially in an all-black dominant sport, you're not going to really put fear in them like that, man, because they know how to dominate the game in ways that you, as a, white, old, stubborn coach may not know how. I'm just being honest. And for this guy to ride for his team like that and put the buff on his back like he said, I know a lot of people didn't like the way that Deion Sanders came in and changed the whole scenery, got rid of a lot of players, only retained a few players from the last previous season. They had a lot to say, but this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do when you're used to the NFL coming in and telling you one day that you're going to be on a team, and the next day they trade you. And I think that this guy came into the Colorado program with that same mentality, like, look, I'm not going to waste y'all time, but a lot of y'all not going to make this team, and I'm bringing in my own guys. And that's pretty much what a new coach does. He comes in and rearrange and re-regulate everything so that it can be this way. Now, he got criticized for all that, but now you see all the love this kid and his dad is getting. The Travis kid, do you guys see the love and impact? The city is embracing them. They didn't know where they were going to get the money, but they took a risk on Deion Sanders, and they got well over the compensation needed to pay Coach Prime. That's remarkable, and he's a big fish that you would want to risk it all on and bet the house on, because this guy does change lives. I mean, could you imagine the NIL deals for these kids? I think that I saw a post where it says that this guy, Shedeur Sanders, is set up to make $3.8 million in NIL. That's ridiculous. Great money for a college kid. Great money for a college kid. Man, it's just completely awesome, but we're going to keep playing this video.
And personally, that's what I was saying pregame, and that's when I knew it was just extreme disrespect. And that's why it was the coach said a lot of things about my pops.
There you go. Standing up for that dad, man. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Be a reputation and an image and liking of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would want for my son. Not only to stand up for the team, but also to stand up for me, because I have to be professional. I can't talk the way I want to talk to a coach, but in privacy, I'm sure, Deion had a lot to say. And the disrespect that the Cornhuskers Huskers, whatever they were called, gave to this team. It gave this team so much bulletin board material. And you got to think about how deflating it is to be an opponent coming into this arena with all these superstars who didn't show up for you, but showed up for the brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these coaches really don't like to see. They can't fathom the fact that Deion Sanders is a brother, sticking to the culture, wearing the chains, wearing the shades, the stuff that made him as a NFL player. They can't stand the fact that this guy is doing it his way and winning. It's a spit in their face. They want everything to be traditional, and that's just not what's going to work. And I would not be surprised if Deion Sanders ends up going to the National Football League to coach a team and to win a Super Bowl, because this guy wins at all levels. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I'm a firm believer, especially being an alumni Jackson State guy to witness this stuff myself. I know what this guy can do, and this guy goes to the Big Ten, or was it the Pac-12? I can't remember, but this guy goes into this type of conference and does this against a team, the first game against a team that was in the national championships, and it was a shootout, and they came out victorious. You can't make this stuff up. This guy Deion Sanders, man, really gives me Remember the Titans vibes. The head coach that Denzel played. He really does. He makes this team really believe that they can do it, and that's exactly what they're doing.
About the program, but now that he want to act nice, I don't respect that, because you hating on another man. You shouldn't do that. So
that's his dad. You heard what he said? I don't respect that because you're hating on another man. You shouldn't do that. I've seen coaches when I was watching the games at Jackson State did not even want to shake Deion Sanders' hand. Couldn't fathom the fact that they lost. Was very disrespectful to Deion Sanders, and his son sat and watched how his dad handled that. And as a kid, you want to ride for your dad. You want to let your dad know, don't worry, Dad, I got you. We're about to blow these boys out. And I'm glad he harnessed that type of energy and let it play on the field, because that's exactly what sports should be like. No need to talk until the end. Now that the game is over and you emerge victorious, you can talk.
it was just, all respect was gone for them in their program. Now, I like playing against their DC. I like playing against them, but the respect level, it ain't there, because you disrespected us first.
And there you have it, man. This guy is definitely cut from the same cloth his dad is, man. And in the end, this guy still gave kudos to the other team, which is remarkable, because he didn't have to do that. You know, you got a whole team disrespecting him, trying to throw that game off, and they come out and get whooped. You did all that for nothing. It's just like every team that goes against these Colorado Buffs are going to try to give it their all, which they should. But they're going to try to do more than that to put these boys to shame. But I'm going to tell you what it's doing. It's putting these guys on the map. It's putting Shedeur Sanders and the Travis kid into the Heisman discussion. This guy's playing both sides of the ball. Shedeur Sanders is balling out his mind. Deion Sanders is still Deion Sanders. All it's doing is giving these guys something to talk about. And I said that in a video I made about Russell Wilson, how this team is more controversial and makes better takes to talk about than the Denver Broncos. Like, this team and this kid is more popular than the Denver Broncos organization, Sean Payton, and Russell Wilson. If you had to talk about the Broncos, Sean Payton, and Russell Wilson, it would be not as appealing as the Denver Colorado Buffs. So I'm very, very proud of this young man and the way he carries himself, man. You guys let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. This was just my take on this. Congratulations to the Colorado Buffs. I'm rooting for you, prime time. Keep doing your thing. Like always, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know how you charge the game. Peace.